Gents, I just want to pause the episode for a moment to let you know about the Strong Men of Value Academy. You will have heard me refer to it a number of times, and I want to bring more attention to it. So this isn't just a program, it's a life-changing environment and community of men who are focused on personal and professional growth. We're looking at areas of relationships, wealth, and health, things to help you thrive and maximize your life. Imagine having bi-monthly one-on-one coaching sessions with myself, weekly group coaching calls, and an incredible brotherhood of high achievers by your side. Now we're diving into resilience, leadership, and holistic growth to not just succeed in your career, but to thrive in your health and your relationships. Your journey to greatness, it starts here. So join the movement and you can apply for the Strong Men of Value Academy. You can head to themanthatcanproject.com to find out more. The Man That Can Project podcast, a podcast empowering career-driven men to live more fulfilling lives. We are here to challenge your beliefs, redefine success, and talk about the important stuff in a relatable way. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. My name's Lachlan Stuart. Let's get into it. Welcome to episode 405. I'm fresh off the plane back from a ride trip, really. I went around to Nashville, which was incredible. I really loved Nashville, and it was very, very similar to Brisbane in weather and I guess the population and the things to do. It was really cool, but I really loved the American way of life down there, that's for sure. So I'll definitely be heading back. Then ventured on to Paris for a mate's wedding, and it was a beautiful wedding, and it was awesome to get back to France and really to be able to just hang out and appreciate the beautiful city that it is. But now back in Brisbane, I've been experiencing terrible jet lag. But nonetheless, I wanted to get this episode out moving forward, which is cool. So today's chat or discussion is going to be short and sharp, and it's going to be about why it's okay to be the idiot in the room, or why you should seek to be, not even if it's idiot, but the dumb person in the room. You want to be in the room of smart people, and you've probably heard that cliche saying, you want to be the dumbest in the room. And I've been observing this in our academy a lot, especially over the last 12 weeks, but I was fortunate to have the time away to really be able to think about what is holding a lot of men back within our community, and what can I do, or what can we systems can we put in place within the academy to help men really feel comfortable stepping up. And I guess this topic of conversation is one of those pillars. So many of us are fearful of asking dumb questions. We're fearful of, I guess, exposing ourselves to the fact, or exposing ourselves to others, that maybe we don't know everything that people feel we should know. And the core, I guess, points that we'll cover quickly through this one is what you can really learn, obviously why you may feel dumb and how it's holding you back. The fact that if you do start asking questions, you are going to learn what the experts know. Right? And in order to get to where you want to get to, you need to become more of an expert. You need to really start to understand what has to happen in order for you to get the results and the outcomes that you're striving towards. What you're also going to learn is potentially whoever you're having those conversations with, whether it's your mates, whether it's your teammates, etc., what they do and what they don't know. Okay, and it's really important in order to be able to gain outcomes to understand the do's and the don'ts, the haves and the have-nots, the what to stay away from and the what to move towards, because it's what really helps fast-track your success. But so many of you miss out on the opportunities because you sit back. And I just got to reiterate this, like within our academy, we have some incredible fucking men. And I'm talking blokes who run multiple 7 or 8 figure businesses. I'm talking about men who are the most incredible parents. I'm talking about absolute beasts with their fitness and nutrition. I'm talking about guys who live incredible lifestyles. All of these things that some of us are striving towards in different areas. And we are on calls. You may even be in your accountability group with them, and you're not utilizing their expertise. So you're not leveraging them to help you understand what's missing for you in order to where you want to get to. So let's go back to what you can really learn. Within every conversation you have, generally or more often than not, The person you're having a conversation with is an expert in something that you're not. And you may find yourself having a conversation about something that you have absolutely no idea about. Yet you choose to just go, oh yeah, I get that. They may even say to you, do you understand that? Or are you aware of that? Or do you know this person? Have you read that book? And you just go, yeah. Just because it's easier. And you may even do it without even thinking about it initially. I know I can put my hand up, and I do this all the fucking time. And someone will go, do you know that? And yeah. And then I have to go, oh, actually, sorry, I don't know. Because my initial response is just, yep, agree. And I have that moment in time where I'm like, fuck, that's not going to benefit me. I need to ask questions here. I do want to understand this. It may not help me right now, but it may help me in the future being aware of this or having a slight understanding around this, or why this person believes this or is curious about that. And I think it's important for all of us men to do that. So what I challenge you to do, next time you're having a conversation with someone, whether you're in our academy, whether you're in the free Facebook group, or whether you're just listening to this podcast, ask more questions. Really seek to understand. Put yourself in the position where you do go, man, I don't understand that. And you're sort of dancing with that fear, right? That fear, that feeling in your gut where you're like, I want to understand it. And I've listened to it on a podcast recently with Lachlan, and he said, ask a question to seek to understand, because especially if you're in a group environment, I can almost guarantee that there is going to be someone else out there who is thinking the same thing and does not understand what it is that's been spoken about. And depending on the context, if it's work related, if it's sales related, you asking those questions could really shape a decision, could really make a more productive and effective outcome for what it is that's been spoken about. If it's someone really trying to learn how to better improve their life, for example, like what we talk about a lot within our academy around accountability, discipline, and goal setting. If you don't understand, why would you just nod your head and go, yeah, I got it, and then get off a call or walk out of a room and go, I'm no better off than I was when I walked into it? As a man taking ownership for your life, the best thing to do would be, hey, Lockie, or hey, whoever's speaking to you, I don't really understand that. Can you please try explaining that in a different way? I just really want to put my finger on it. So when I walk out of here, I am extremely certain that I know how I'm going to, X, Y, Z, depending upon the conversation. Okay? You may feel dumb, but what's the alternative? Would you prefer to potentially feel dumb? And once again, it's not being dumb. It's just your own perception that you're putting on yourself. Or would you prefer to be held back for the rest of your life, which is what is happening to so many men? So think about it. That's a trade-off. Choice to feel dumb or to feel like the idiot in the room, or to just continue to be held back. That's your choice. No one else can make that decision for you. And like I said, you get the opportunity to learn from the experts. Whether you're listening to this podcast or you listen to chats on YouTube or audiobooks, it's like you don't always get the opportunity to ask questions, right? You are purely just listening. And when you're in the presence of experts or people who have the results that you want, or maybe have a little bit more of an understanding around something that you would like to understand more, really embrace the opportunity to ask questions, because you can get specific dialogue, specific conversation that is going to help you for where you're at, right? Not being, even like this podcast, once again, this is hitting masses of people. I'm not having a direct conversation with any one of you, even though it may sometimes feel like it. But if you were to be a part of our academy, or if you're in the free Facebook group, you can post questions and I can answer specifically based off my perspectives, my understandings, my experiences. Okay, and that's where then you can take more away from it, because it's like, hey, well, that was a specific conversation for where you're at. So just to wrap up, you need to seek to understand what you don't know in order to get the results that you want. There is a price tag for that, right? The price tag is feeling like the idiot in the room, is feeling dumb. But the benefit, the trade-off is you might learn the one thing that you needed to learn, or you may be given the keys to hold and to create the life that you want. So don't just sit back anymore. Stop sitting back. Start asking more questions. Start seeking to understand. Embrace feeling like the dumb person in the room, because you're going to get so much more value. You're going to have a greater understanding, and the compound effect of that over the next 1, 2, 5, 10 years will be incredible. And if you don't know how to ask good questions, jump over to Google and go, Google, what are some good questions to ask in order to learn faster, in order to understand more? And then just put them towards the most common thing. But I guess as well, just start asking questions. If you're not getting the best answers, you can then go, okay, well, what would have been a better question I could have asked to get the information that I was desiring or I was requiring? Thank you guys for tuning in. Remember, every Monday is a guest episode. Every Thursday, I know this one's late. I got back jet lagged and I ran out of episodes, and I didn't want to do just a one on the fly. Every Thursday is a solo episode. If you do have specific questions, if you do have specific things you want covered on here or guests that you want covered on here, reach out to me via Instagram or any of the social platforms, or leave a review with the podcast. But thank you guys for tuning in. I look forward to sharing Monday's episode with you. Thank you for listening to the Man That Can Project podcast. My name is Lachlan Stuart, and I hope you enjoyed this episode and found it helpful. If you did, please take a moment to rate and review the Man That Can Project on your favorite podcast platform. And don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with our newest episodes. We'll see you again next time.